guys, welcome back to another stream, another one. It was actually live an hour ago, and then we're back already, man, because people are craving the Tone Show. Hopefully you guys are all good, man. Make sure you guys are dropping a like on the stream, rapid. You know what it's like, man. When you do multiple streams real quick, YouTube doesn't push it out, so I need everyone's help to smash that like button so YouTube knows to push it out. Come on, man. Over 250 people locked in. Let's get those likes to 100 likes ASAP. Rocket. Hit that thumbs up button and make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel as well if you're new. We're closing in on 20k, 409 subscribers away. So please, if you've not done so already, please try and help us get to 20k subs, man. It'll be an amazing achievement to get that. Let's have a look who's in the building. Bit up to Sarah, bit up to Anise, MTFC City Till I Die, bit up to Osmodius, Jay Blee, Ryan, Mustafa, Mahmood, built to Ryan, Romy, MCFR TV, Subhotty, Itchy Goat, Dash, Marcus J, Miguel Perona, built to Blue Tone is also in the chat as well. Marshy Boy, Linny, Suvik Sear, built to J Claus, Tommy, another Tommy, Sinathan, G9, biggest man in the room, built to Nico HD, MCFC, NSB 2K, built to you, bro, built to Brand Holt, Lauren, Ollie, Daniel's in the building. Suzua, I think it is. Hopefully that was right. Built to Tom, Whittier, and many, many more. Hopefully you guys are all doing well. Make sure you are smashing up the like button. Tone, it's been a quiet week, my friend. I don't know what we can talk about.
I don't, but I know Gundo's here. And we all bloody loving it. That's the most dancing you'll get out of me. Not as good as City Luke on Bevo last night, where he did a proper David Brent type thing live on the show. Absolutely on it. Just delighted, mate. I'll admit, when I first heard it, I was a bit, I don't know, you know. And now, and hearing him in his interview as well, and he's home. He mentions being home and unfinished business and all this sort of stuff, and Pep's been on since saying he's not here just to, you know, retire. There's work to do type thing, and we're expecting him, you know, back at it. So brilliant signing, £0, which is just ridiculous. It's just everything about it is positive. I can't think of a single issue with it at all.
No, I think this is a fantastic move. You know what I mean? Like, let's be honest, he left too soon. It was not the right time for him to leave, and now we've got him back. And as I said it this morning, this signing improves the squad. So why would we be against this deal? You know, it's not like we signed him on a 5-year contract, man. You know, we signed him on a 1-year deal with an option for a second year. Like, this is a short-term plan. It's a short-term solution, and it's the boost that this is given the fan base and the football club. I don't know about you, Tom, mate, but all my mates who are going to the game tomorrow, that every single one of them is so gassed. I'm obviously going to be doing the watch along. I'm buzzing for that. I know people have been messaging me saying, LB, can't wait for the watch along tomorrow. You'll be watching the game as well, I suppose. And it's just like it's just lifted the club. We didn't even need a lift. We was pretty chill anyway. You know what I mean? Like we've got a great team before Gundogan. We signed Savinho. Obviously, he played last week. He was amazing. You know, we've got players coming back from who didn't play last week because they've only just come back from international break. Like, the club was already at a very, very high sort of morale point. But it's just boosted into like dopamine hit. Like, it's a dopamine overload, man. And honestly, I cannot wait for the game tomorrow, mate. I'm so excited.
Yeah, same. I'm exactly the same as you. Probably exactly the same as everyone in the chat. Well, excuse me, who's a City fan anyway? I think there was 1 or 2 other fans. They may not care, but the rest of us certainly do. And it sounds like he may be on the bench, but even if he's not, he's getting an introduction. He'll be, you know, waving to the crowd and all that sort of stuff. So it's like you said, the squad is brilliant anyway. We've just had a really good win at Chelsea. I know they're a bit of a mess, but they're still one of the tougher games of the season, as we found out last year. Took 2 points from them. We took 3 already this season. Controlled most of the game. Chelsea had their bit, but everything's positive at the moment. And you know, there's talk of Pep extending and Gundogan then becoming a coach. That Paul Ballas, I think somebody DM'd me saying he's mentioned something about Gundogan going into coaching with City after. So it's all positive. Everything's great. Everything's good. The squad's good. If they go with what they have, it's great. If they sign another one, even better. I did a list of the squad, and there's 10 centre or players who can play centre midfield through the 6 and 8 and so on.
Mm.
10. You've really got 3 spots there, and there are 10 players. Okay, there's O'Reilly and maybe McAtee, but even if you take them out, which you don't want to, but if you did, there's still 8. And I'm not talking 8. Oh, but only 4 of them are. There's 8 top class players in that midfield now. Rodri's out. Look at Cover last week. Look at Burnley last week. No problem. Gundo's now there. It's so good. It's so good. I'm crap with words. It's just so bloody good.
Yeah, no, 100%, man. JD in the chat, Arsenal fan, says all banter aside, it's a no-brainer signing. Absolutely. I mean, there's literally like no downside. It's a free transfer. I mean, even if it doesn't work out, it's free. So why don't you just do it? There's literally no downside risk to this. He comes in and he doesn't work out. Okay, it's a free transfer, so who cares anyway? It's a 1-year deal. So if it doesn't work out, that second year probably doesn't get extended. Tom says, imagine the changing room, man, bro. I'm telling you, mate. I'm telling you. I just think, like, this is what I'm saying, Tom. I just feel like the whole club now has just gone up a level in terms of like the boost. You know what I mean? Osmodius says, I love the extension clause of 60% games. Basically means it's up to Pep Guardiola. Again, it's no downside risk. If he doesn't play well, he won't play. Second year doesn't get extended. It's like, so it's literally a no-brainer.
Yeah. And Pep spent over 500 quid on a bottle of wine to celebrate on Monday night because he knew Gundogan was coming in. Now, I'll be honest, I'm not going to spend over 500 quid in a bottle of wine because I don't drink. But it just tells you, you saw Pep today. He is buzzing. Jack Gaughan said, he's been buzzing all week and he's just lifted everyone. Even Soriano, who never bloody smiles, was smiling in the city centre the other day. When he went out for dinner, even he had a big grin and he never grins.
Yeah.
So the whole club is buzzing because they know. Who said it? Was it Nobbins who said, this signing to me tips it back City's way?
Yeah.
Top bloke Nobbins. And it's true. It definitely, in my view, tips it. And I think rivals will look at that, Liverpool and Arsenal, and go, oh, fuck's sake, they've done it again type thing. Just when you think, oh, we're catching a bit, they've gone and added bloody Gundo and the whole club's now on fire again and on a boost. It's, like I said, no negatives whatsoever. And as you said, if it doesn't work out, things aren't working, he's slowed down a bit, then next summer we just call it there and he'll probably retire and go into coaching with City.
Exactly.
With
exactly.
City, yeah.
Facts. Big up to Anakin with the super chat. Says, can't believe Gundogan is back. Treble soon comes. And Anakin with the 2. Mate, it's unbelievable. And this really pushes us on now to really kick on. And I'm getting greedy now, lads. I want to go for all trophies. Another man who's very excited today about the signing of Ilkay Gundogan. Are you live? LB, are you live? I need to get on the stream, man. I need to get on the stream.
What else did I say? Say exactly what I said.
It's a family show, bro. It's a family show. Hey, that'll be released on the members' content, man. Hey, Daps, mate. Daps. Well, you know what, mate? We've not actually spoke about this. I'm interested to hear what your views is on this. Ilkay Gundogan signed again for the football club, 1-year deal plus the extension option there. I mean, I think it's a stunning deal, no brainer. I mean, talk to me, man.
What's happening, Blues? You all right? Nah, I'm livid. I'm absent. I am a fuck.
Are you one of the 0.1%? Are you one of the 0.1%?
No. It is, bro. Me and you have been leading this Bruno G. We wanted Bruno badly, yeah. I think most of us did, but this just fuck Bruno G. Like, we've got Gundogan back, bro. Like that's the truth of it. It just, and this morning, like hearing the way he speaks in his interview about the club. Right, it just, and City mint job with the music they picked in the background as well, because that helped set the tone perfectly. Yeah, but just made me deep how important this guy's been to us. Like, we really have to, like, away from football inability, Vincent Kompany is my, you can't touch him as far as my hero, right?
Yeah.
But if you really, before the money, our captain and whatever, scoring that goal against Leicester, everything, but you look at what Gundo has done for us, right? Go back to the first, when he first joined us, he was Pep's first signing, very important. And remember, we were signing him, he got an injury, and Pep said, what do we do? And the board said, what do we do? And Pep said, you go and sign him. Like, it doesn't matter about the injury. Yeah, that's how important he was. But you look at our historic period, right? First season, when De Bruyne was injured, Aguero was unfit pretty much every week. What are we going to do? Late January, what are we going to do? How are we going to win this league? Gundogan, false 9, top goal scorer, win the league. Next season, Villa, we're losing 2-0 at home. And by the way, I'm forgetting all the other goals he scored that season as well. But Villa, we're 2-0 down. What happens? He comes up clutch, right?
Yeah.
Then again, I mean, the season after, our captain, the FA Cup final, he captained us to our treble. This guy is potentially, Aguero will always be the most, scored the most influential goal in City's history. Apart from that, Gundogan is there. Like, for what he has done for this club, he is there. And then you look at the problems we face this summer, right? Firstly, the fact, look, if Rodri gets injured or gets suspended, who can come in and do the job? Well, Gundogan's done that. That was Gundogan's role, right? And I've said the reason why I wanted Bruno G the whole time is I wanted somebody that could play the 8 role week in, week out, right? So they weren't cold. They got game time. They're a regular in the team. But if need be, can drop back into the 6. Well, we've got that now with Gundogan. Secondly, with De Bruyne's legs, right? We're going to need someone else in the midfield that can come in and, knows the system. That's Gundogan again. Thirdly, Haaland gets injured. If Haaland gets injured, where are we getting the goals from? Well, Gundogan knows how to get goals. It's just, and then even more so, Pep said the other day about the mentality. Maybe if he don't know if the players are up for it yet or not. We've got a proven winner with the right mentality that comes into the squad. He won't be given the armband because that's not the way City do things, right? He hasn't been given the 8 shirt because that's not the way City do things. And by the way, that's not the way Gundo does things either. But he will come in and instantly be a leader. Like, so it's the road. It's, you know what? I'm a bit careful of romance with football, yeah, because it can hurt you.
No, right? I'm not. I'm the opposite, bro. I'm like, get Vinny back in as my manager, man. I'm ready for it.
Yeah, but whereas I'm like, I love Vinny that much. I don't want to kind of fall out of love with him, if you get what I mean. But with this one, it's the perfect romance. Like, it really is. It's just, and hearing the way he spoke, the fact he didn't sell his apartment, yeah. And I think the other good thing is, I almost feel like the way he was speaking, like, not just he's looking forward to coming back to Manchester. I sense a bit of his family are looking forward to coming back to Manchester.
Well, the grass ain't always greener on the other side, man. I know we've spoke about this plenty of times on the streams over the last couple of days, guys. But like that said, the guy didn't sell his flat. Leroy Sané didn't sell his flat.
Yeah.
Like, no, you know what I mean? Like, we can all joke about the weather in Manchester. And listen, the weather is absolutely dead at the moment. But like, they love it here. You know what I mean? Like, Gundogan lives in the town centre, in the city centre, and he's talking about going for a coffee in his interview in town. Like, this is the thing. You know what I mean? And for me, bro, I completely agree. And yes, he's 33, getting on 34. But so's Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne's minutes you're going to come in manage. People forget. Alvarez, first half of the season, guys playing midfield. Those minutes can now be spread to Gundogan, can now be spread to Kevin De Bruyne. We can rotate. We've never been able to rotate before. We can actually rotate now.
The other great news that we got a couple of days ago as well is that he's retired from international football. So every international break, he's not going off to Germany. He said he's going to be relaxing with his family, spending some downtime with his family, which means we're not going to have the constant strain of games on him. And I think the other thing is he knows what he's joining. He knows he's joining a team. And look, if you look at people that have had to bide their time at Manchester City, Gundo's another one. When he first came back from injury, he was not a dead cert in our team. He never, really and truly, even at his absolute prime, Gundo was never a dead, nailed on start for Manchester City. And he's never, ever shown any sort of issue with it. So it really is just the perfect signing. And I think Nobbins was spot on when he said it swings it back in our way. Because look, I know there will be that 0.1 of our fan base that wanted us to go out and buy a player that they can watch a compilation of. And, they're 22 and everyone's excited about them. But ultimately, they know fuck all about them, right? We've just signed someone we know everything we need to know about, right? And not just us. All of the other teams in the Premier League know everything about them, yeah? Like, they know clutch moments. All of a sudden, we've got that clutch player again. So it's just another one of those ones. It's already in. I mean, ultimately, I believe Arsenal have signed Moreno today. Who cares? Honestly, who cares? Like,
he's their third. Oh, sorry,
No, I was just going to say, Tone, I was going to ask you a question, actually. I mean, I've already seen so many opposition fans coming in the stream this morning and saying, title done, it's City's. Like, rival fans, and this is what Daps is saying, rival fans understand just how much of a clutch guy this is and how much this guy's going to improve. And I just wanted to know from you, Tone, like, how much of a difference do you think this signing makes to Manchester City to sort of help us win the league again? Because we won it last year without him. How much of a difference do you think he's actually going to make in terms of maybe securing that league again? Can we actually win it by a bigger gap? Champions League, how much of an impact is he going to have there? What do you reckon?
Yeah, definitely. Well, it's only a positive. And to me, our squad is now improved on last year. I think, I know we've lost Alvarez and so on, but it's only a plus. I can only see us getting better with him. The only reason City would fall off is because we've won it 4 times. So it's the hunger, the want to win. Do you know what I mean?
They say this every year, though, don't they, Tone? Or City will not be at the effort levels, and it's like,
they do.
We've won 6 in 7. When is this going to start? If we lose the league, Tone, it won't be because of hunger or a desire. It's because we're not good enough. That's it.
Facts.
That's the truth, mate.
Yeah. That's fine. But human nature can be that people drop off. You know, it's like Olympians and all the certain things. I'm not saying City will do that. I don't think they will, because Pep demands excellence. You've seen him already. He looks more fired up and happy now than he ever has since he's been at City. We were all there thinking, oh, he might have just had enough, he might leave. There's no way he's going, in my view. We saw him even in pre-season. He's throwing bottles around, and that Lilo chap's having to, Lilo and Stitch, as someone called him the other day, he's having to sort of calm him down on the bench, saying, just chill out. And Pep said, do
you know, if you think about it, so when Gundogan arrived back on Wednesday, and I know Pep, it's funny because people said, he went out for dinner with Pep, then he went back to Pep's apartment. Well, in hindsight, he probably didn't. He just went back to his apartment. They just happened to live next door to each other, right? But I would imagine, because look, he's just left Barcelona. We all know Pep's favourite city in the world is Barcelona. So I would imagine Pep has probably had a chat with him and said, what's up? Why are you so eager to get back to Manchester? And you know what? Pep probably listening to that. That's probably, in a weird way, might have helped Pep, because Pep's thinking, do you know what? Yeah, because I'm thinking, I want to get back to Barca. I want to get back to where my home is. And he's thinking, it puts a doubt in Pep's head. Is the grass not always greener? And actually, I'm fucking happy where I am.
The thing is as well, though, that is that Pep already knows that, because he's been to Bayern. He's been to one of the biggest clubs in world football. You know what I mean? And he didn't really take to it, and the fans didn't really take to him. They had a banner by the end of it saying, like, not get out, but they didn't really appreciate him. He's come to City here. Everyone said he'll only be here 2-3 years.
Yeah.
And he's still here now. And to be honest with you, I'll ask you a genuine question. Like, I deemed deadly sick when I watch him. He looks more hungry than ever. He looks like he's got the desire. He wants to continue. And sometimes, when you're winning, the clip goes, we're never going to stop winning. You'll get bored of winning. You seen the clip of Trump on social media when he's. I genuinely think that when you just win and win and win, it gets addicting. And you don't want to stop. And I look at it now and thinking, I want to attack every single trophy this year. I want to attack every single one. I want to win it all, man. And it's not coming from a place of arrogance. It's coming from a place of, we have the squad capable. We've already done it before. We've won a quad. We've won a treble. And I'm looking at this squad, and I don't see weakness. The only place there is a weakness right now is in that sort of backup striker role.
I don't think but I think it's easy for us to say that's a weakness, right? And it's, what, I was speaking with a couple of my mates who are Arsenal fans yesterday, and they were doing that, trying to pick at where City's weaknesses are. And they were like, oh, but if Rodri or Haaland get injured, I'm like, yeah, I hear it every single season, right? But that's the same with every single team. But the difference is, you could probably say with City, I mean, now the Rodri one, well, we've debunked that last week, and that was without Gundogan, right? But then the Haaland one now, for me, remember there was a period last season where Haaland was injured, and people were going, actually, does City look better without Haaland? Every season you have it. When Haaland's not playing, does City look better without Haaland? We've won the league with the false 9, right? We've won the league with Foden in the false 9. We've won the league with De Bruyne in the false 9. We've won the league with Gundogan in the false 9, right? So for me, I don't think look, I understand if Pep wants a backup striker, great, but I don't think we need one. And I totally understand why he's saying we don't need to go out and buy one that expects to start every week. I think because we really don't. Because ultimately that'll change the team too much.
Yeah, I do think they are looking at that lad from Celtic, or I say lad, he's 29, but he and look, if they add, great, like I say, great, but they don't. Our squad's still phenomenal. The rivals know it. They're looking at it. As I said, they all know. There'll be a few in the chat. They know this is a great signing. They know this only improves us. It's not just on the field where it improves us. It is off the field as well. Even the little things like O'Reilly, and people say, oh, he might be a bit. There's no way O'Reilly will be learning from one of the best players on the planet. This is only a plus for him. Nunes, a different argument. But you see where I'm coming from. It boosts everything around Man City. Everyone's buzzing, and it's only a good thing. It really is, and it's only a bad thing for the rivals who will look at it and go, shit.
Yeah, now 100%. Listen, let me go through some of these super chats. Guys, make sure you're smashing up the likes. Come on, over 600 people tuned in. I think Martin is actually going to join us in a second. So big up to Martin, big up to Daps and Tom for jumping on. Hit that thumbs up button, guys. Come on, over 600 people in here. Let's get those likes to 300 likes ASAP, please. Please hit that. And make sure you subscribed as well. We're now 408 subscribers away from 20k. Come on, man. 408 people. Just that's it. That's all we need. Big up to Darcy with the super chat. Says keep hearing Arsenal are better / will beat us. Let them all talk. We'll see at the end of the season. Listen, it's their job to try and catch us, bro. We just keep doing what we're doing. We've improved our squad. Have they improved their squad? Possibly. They signed Moreno, they signed Calafiori, Timber's back. I personally, in my own opinion, I don't think they've done enough yet in the transfer window. There's still a week left, but it's up to them to try and catch us. We're the top right now.
Can I just say on that, LB, right? Every single summer we get this from Liverpool and Arsenal fans. United even are throwing out stuff, and it's like, you're not even involved, guys. Stay out the conversation. But Arsenal, Liverpool, they get every bloody summer they say we're better than you, we're better than you, we're better. Our right back, left back, centre mid, strikers, they're all better than all yours. And then it comes to April, we've won the league, or April, May, we've won the league again, we're in the Champions League semis at least, and they turn around and go, oh, it's not fair. City are too good, it's not right. It's the same bloody thing every time.
Yeah. Have you not seen that picture on Tone, on social media? It's like a circle of life type thing. Have you seen it? Hey, yo, chat, if anyone can find that picture, DM it me on Twitter or tag me on Twitter and I'll put it up on screen. I don't have it to hand, but if someone can find it, I'll whack it up on screen. It's pretty funny.
Well, it's amazing. I remember a Liverpool fan saying to me, oh, yeah, no, Alisson's better than Edison. Trent's better than your right back, Walker. And the centre-back, Van Dijk's better than your centre. It literally went through the entire team, even the midfield where we're at our strongest, and said, oh, Liverpool better. And so I said to him, well, Klopp's won one Premier League title in that time. So either Liverpool are not as good as you think they are, or Klopp has done the biggest failure job that has ever been known to man. If you've got that good of a team, but it doesn't click, they can't work out two separate things, some of them. So let's leave them to it. Sorry, that was my rant.
No, it's cool. It's cool. That's big up to Darcy for the super chat. Brand Holt as well. A lot of Aussies in the building today. Says all we need now is for Pep to sign a new contract. Well, let's see, mate. But he's looking happy. He's looking positive. There's no signs to suggest he won't extend, but we do need that ASAP. Big up to you. And big up to LB as well. Says worried about Rodri needing fit for Arsenal. Oh, but fit for Arsenal, bro. I don't think he'll play tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
He's not even trained yet. Today, if he trains, will be the first training session. If it was me personally, I think I might try and wing it to try and maybe not play him. And well, actually, does he need minutes before the?
He'll play at West Ham.
I reckon West Ham away. I think he might get minutes.
Yeah, maybe give him some minutes there.
Yeah.
He should be involved.
Can I just put something? Sorry, Tom, just quickly.
No.
Do you risk him for West Ham and just let him have the full international break off as well and give him a proper rest and then bring him back for Brentford?
Maybe. I think if he's ready, you play him. I just think he'll need the time, the minutes. And look, I know people go, oh, the risk. You've got to take the risk, I'm afraid. If he breaks down, he breaks down.
But isn't that why we've signed Gundogan, though? So we don't have to take the risk, though, Tom?
Well, no, I would say we've signed him so we can take the risk, because then we know we've got Kovacic, Gundogan, who is sat there.
Good answer, to be fair. This is what I did put this up on screen a few minutes ago. Jack Gorn has just confirmed that Gundogan has got the international clearance that was required and is therefore available for Manchester City's game against Ipswich tomorrow. So my question to you lads is, today will be the first day he's training with the team. They're training at 3 p.m. today at the CFA. What is he involved? Did you think he's involved in the squad? Do you think he's involved in it? Does he start? Does he come off the bench? I mean, so let me throw that out to you. I mean, what do you think? Because for me, I'm looking at potentially starting him on the bench and then bringing him on. I think bringing him on tomorrow would be an incredible moment for everyone at that stadium, man.
Yeah, it'll be on the bench, I would imagine, and it'll probably be at the expense of O'Reilly. He was on the bench last week, wasn't he, O'Reilly,
Yeah.
I think?
It was McAtee and O'Reilly were the two sort of academy graduates.
Yeah, so it'll be for O'Reilly. Gundogan will be on there. O'Reilly's playing for the EDS, so he's busy anyway. So that'll be fine. And then obviously we've got Bob and Rodri to come back, which is, I mean, you think of that 20, mate, and we've still got two top world-class players to come back. Yeah, to answer your question, I think he'll be on the bench. If he starts, good God, that'll be unreal. But I see bench.
Yeah, no, I think bench. Bring him off bring him off towards the end of the game. Let me ask you then about the players that we've got in here, yeah, because I want to have this conversation as much as some people don't. You mentioned, Tone, that we've got 8 senior midfield players. Is there enough room in the squad? Do you think we might need to let someone go, or do you think we've got enough games this year with obviously the extra 2 games of the Champions League group stages? Hopefully, we'll go a little bit further than the Carabao Cup this year. We got knocked out in the first round. Hopefully, we'll make the final of the FA Cup. Do you think there's enough room in the squad, or do you think that maybe someone needs to leave?
Is that me or Daps?
I'll open it to the floor. Whoever wants to go.
You go, Daps, mate, because I was last.
I think Pep probably communicates with the players firstly. And there's one thing I've always said is when you join Manchester City, you know that. And I mean, I don't mean a young player that's come through the academy. I mean, if you actually join City, the first thing you know is that you're joining a machine that wins trophies, right? But to win trophies, you have to understand that you're part of a squad, not part of a best 11, right? And that even as a squad player, sure, at some points of the season, it might look like you're not getting that much game time. By the end of the season, you will have featured in probably 30 to 40 games, even if you're a fringe player, right? If you look at players in some of their, seasons where they haven't played too much, they've still played a lot, because the fact is, and this season it's even more games. So I think you're looking at De Bruyne, you're looking at Gundogan straight away with both of them, and you're knowing they are going to have to. Those two are going to have to, have limited game time because they're both 33 or 34 years old, right? And people seem to forget with City that they can slander 33 and 34-year-olds. Everywhere else, 33, 34 is retirement age or go off to a very easy league, right? So I can't see anyone going. I think the only one that there would be a question mark over would be Nunes. But I think with Nunes, he's only had a season here. So I think even him himself would probably go, no, I want to give it one more go. So, and look, we've seen, pre-season, Bob and Grealish were starting every game. Both of them are injured now. So all of a sudden, so I don't think we need to, tell anyone. Cancelo's the only one. Has he gone yet, by the way?
I think he's going, but there's talk actually Barca are trying to come back in for him now that the Saudi links have firmed up and they're definitely interested. I think Barca have suddenly gone, oh, hang on a minute, I better at least try.
I've seen that. That's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
So let's go through the circle of life, cycle of the Premier League. So where are we now? So we was just in the pre-season bit. City have lost key players, right? So we lost who? Who did we sell? Did we lose anyone this season? Or does that need to be updated?
No, we must have, surely.
Who did we sell?
Do you know what? We might. Alvarez.
Oh, yeah. So we sold Alvarez. Alvarez and Gomez have left. City have lost key players. How will they replace? They have downgraded, right? And now we're in the August to October. City aren't favourites. That's because usually, we drop some points, in the early season. Then we get to November, December. No City players in the team of the season. January to February, they've been figured out. March to April, they will drop points. And then you get to May, June. How can we compete? 115 charges. Whoever made that,
I've been having
see it. Man City memes, that is class.
I've been having 115 said to me in the last couple of days again.
Because they're running scared. That's why that. You know, if 115 only comes out when they're running scared.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say, like, whenever we lose games or like we're looking a little rocky, you know, they don't really care about it. And as soon as we go on that win streaks or we make a mint signing and we're looking mad strong, the 115 just comes.
Well, it's like Man United in that yellow and green scarf. Everything's fine until they lose a game. Then the yellow and green scarves are out, isn't they?
The worry will be is when people are not talking about us. When they're not, that means we're not relevant in those terms. We are the most talked about team, whether United like it or not. We're City, the most talked about team on the planet. We're the fastest growing, and they're all bloody fuming about it because we are the best. We've got the best coach, best players. They're shit in it. And that's all there is to it, and that's why they'd be 115. You'll probably get it in the chat on here in a minute, and then when we leave and get back on X, we'll each have a notification saying 115. You know, we love it. We're City fans. We've been through shit. We love it. We thrive on this sort of stuff. That's what they don't get. We're not sat in our bed sulking all bloody day. We're out here bloody loving life because we're shit hot.
No, 100%.
So that's another rant. I've had two now.
No, the tone rants are what we're here for, to be honest with you. Built to Paratosh, man, coming in with a 5 gifted memberships, man. W's in the chat. Big up, Paratosh, always supporting the channel, man. I appreciate the support as always. W's in the chat, guys. Come on, man. W's in the chat. Now, I mean, how are you feeling then ahead of tomorrow's game? In fact, before we do that, let me bring in Martin, who's on the show. Has he got the shades on? Should we go full shades? Man, I got shades. If you got shades, bro.
I haven't got any on me. Sorry.
Hey, I was about to do the cigar, so you're all right.
Should we have a shades off? Chat, who wins? Who wins? Strike a pose, bro.
I'm in the Bugatti Veyron, you're not.
I low key actually think you actually win that. I mean, bro, you have aura. You have aura there. Martin, mate, Gundogan is back. Signed 1-year deal with a 1-year extension. Your sort of take on this, pal? You buzzing?
Yeah. And I don't know what I'm buzzing more about. Everyone being dead salty and making like we've just signed, you know, some old man who's going to get a walker going around the pitch. Oh, the fact is that, I mean, did you see, he looked like Pep and Gundo just looked like they were so happy. You can imagine, do you want to come back to City? It probably took them about 3 seconds. Yeah, all right. But they didn't even talk. They probably didn't even talk wages. Like, yeah, what do you want to give me? Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I bet it was the easiest deal Pep has ever negotiated to get him in the door.
Yeah, well,
I said this
not sold the apartment, done nothing.
Yeah, but I said this the other night. I said, Gundogan isn't coming back to rinse City of cash. You know, if he wanted the cash, he would have stayed at Barcelona. Do you know what I mean? That's why he's gone. Have you read his statement? He says, he basically says the reason he's left is because of financial reasons. Like they can't afford him anymore. That's what he says, Gundogan, in the statement. And so people saying that all this stuff about, how much money does he want? If he wanted money, he would have just stayed at Barcelona. He's coming back. Barcelona can't afford him no more. Like there's probably other things going on in the background, which is kind of irrelevant to this whole topic anyway. And he's gone, you know what? Let me ring Pep, let me ring Tiki, and they've just got the deal done. And you know what? It's just a couple of guys have walked in the room and said, I want to join. City, we want you back. Let's just get a deal done. They've gone, listen, he's 33. We can't be giving him a 3-year deal now. How about a 1-year deal? If we play 60% of the games, we'll extend it for another year. He's gone, sweet, sorted, signed it, no problems. And you know what? When two parties want something to happen, you see how easy it is for shit to get done? Do you know what I mean? Contracts, negotiations, all this stuff can just get done like that. If both people truly want something and they both be reasonable, deals can get done real quick. See how quick this deal got done. I think the news dropped on like Thursday or Friday night. We go live. By the time we get to now, it's done. Done deal. Do you know what I mean? This deal's amazing. And to bring a legend home, Martin, mate, it's
what? I sent you the message. What, Thursday night, Friday, and it was done by Tuesday, ideally. A little bit of a delay because his son was a little bit, or his baby, I don't know, son or a girl. Little bit of an illness, but listen, he's fine. Look, he was chilled getting on the plane. so happy. You know, people got wage cuts come to City. He's not on 300 odd grand a week at City, but he's so happy. And then you hear that he's an old man. 3 weeks ago, he was running Germany in the Euros.
Yep.
He was getting man of the matches for Germany in the Euros 3 weeks ago. Listen, you do your copium all you want. You want to cope because, you know, I've always said to an Arsenal fan last night, it's a bit of banter. No means no. You tried once, you got told no. You had another little bite, you got told no. No means no.
Down. What's this about buying him? What's this about winning the league or getting Gundogan?
Getting Gundogan.
No, getting Gundogan.
Oh, they've been told no on both, to be fair, a couple of times. So.
Yeah, that's what I mean. No means no.
All action Martin dolls are available, by the way.
I should get a range of Mancunian way sunglasses.
You good, Martin? You good?
Yeah, how are you, mate? Yeah.
I'm mint, mate. I'm very excited. It's made.
Loving that top.
Well, do you know what? We got them all for when we were doing watch-alongs during the Euros, and I was thinking, right, I feel very German today, so let me throw this on.
Today I feel German.
I'm feeling very German.
Do you know what? It's just made this weekend, yeah. Like, I love this club, man, because whenever you're feeling a little bit kind of like, oh, like if you would have gone back to what, let's say 2 weeks ago, yeah, we'd been going, do you know what? I know we've got Savio, and I know we are the champions, and we're not. None of us are the type that all of a sudden switch on the board, going, "This board's incompetent" and all of that crap. Yeah, but you are a bit like, do you know what? I'm a bit worried. You know, we got Chelsea away. We're missing Rodri. What if Rodri gets injured? And then all of a sudden, here we are 2 weeks later. We've gone to the bridge, looked up for it, right? Without Rodri, got 3 points, clean sheet as well, by the way, which I fucking love a clean sheet. And after last season, I want more of them clean sheets. Yeah,
I agree. Yeah.
And then we've gone out and got literally without spending a penny. If once we sell Cancelo, doesn't the Cancelo fee basically cover the Savio fee? So literally, we've just gone and improved the squad without really spending any money.
Yeah.
And now I'm coming up to Manchester at the weekend, just fucking ready to party, man. Like literally, it's Ipswich at home, which no disrespect to Ipswich, but I mean, it's the Etihad.
Stop.
No, I know what you mean.
Tone, I don't do predictions ever, yeah, I don't. But bro, it's the Etihad, yeah. I'm sorry.
It's going to be bouncing tomorrow, mate. It's going to be bouncing.
I didn't get involved on whether I think Gundogan will start or not. For me, I don't want him to start. We need him coming on in about the 65th minute when we're 2 or 3-0 up. Yeah,
I said that. Standing ovation.
Yeah.
Standing ovation.
Bro, bring on an ice cream cart, right, in about the 60th minute so we all know what's going on, yeah? And then next minute, Mr. Whippy gets out the back of it and comes on the pitch. There we go.
Yeah, it's not Pep, though, innit? I know we'd love that. That would so piss Pep off if they all started the ice cream songs going round. Oh, that is annoying.
Now tomorrow's going to be
imagine
crazy.
Pep's face. So angry. So angry.
I really do think. I think this is a perfect thing to just pick up Pep as well, though, because I know Pep. Yeah, I spoke about it, how much against Chelsea before the game and after the game in both his interviews. Pep looked really happy, relaxed, in a good mood. But this is the type of thing that will make him, because he's got another guy that's coming back in. And do you know what? I think part of the reason why he's so happy to come back is exactly what you said, LB. Grass is always greener. He's gone to there. Barcelona, supposed to be, one of the biggest clubs. Well, they are one of the biggest clubs in the world. And he's probably looked at the mentality of the players and thought, what the hell's going on here? He's looked at the training facilities. He's looked at everything there and gone, nah, you know what? Football's changed. Football has changed. Manchester's where it is, and the blue side.
Just one thing on that. Do you know? And I hope this is a lesson. Some of these sound really patronising, but like this younger fan base where you hear we're Man United, we're Liverpool, we're Barcelona. And you get the real. Listen, this ain't 20 years ago.
No.
This is not 20 years ago. Football has moved on. You are still massive, huge, brilliant football clubs. But this is a lesson of how to be complacent and how to, and even it's a lesson to Manchester City not to get complacent. And this is why I think we have the best owners to do that. Bro, they won't get complacent. They won't allow it.
It's cyclical, bro. Everyone's going through cycles. This is our time, and we'll go through a period in the future, no doubt, where we're down again.
Of course we will.
That's how
it's a hint to Bernardo, LB. It's a hint to Bernardo. But Martin, the grass ain't greener.
But Martin, this is also another point. This is why we can never allow to take our foot off the gas.
Yeah.
You can't allow it, Martin. And some people don't like that sort of thinking because they think that you've got, nah, Martin, listen to me, bro. Listen. No, listen. Listen.
I know what you're doing. Listen
in your cat. No, for being deadly serious, this is why you cannot allow to take your foot off the gas, because when you do take your foot off the gas, other club, bang,
100%.
And then before, and it's when you're on top, so easy to stay on top. Because you just have to keep on, just make minor tweaks here and there. When you go like United and the whole club collapsed when Sir Alex Ferguson left, look how long it has taken them and still taking them to this day. Same with Arsenal, same with Liverpool, to get back up to the top. It takes time.
All right, hashtag quad. Hashtag quad.
Don't you think that this, right, so... Everyone's been saying about, City not spending too much this summer and whatever else, And I've kept thinking to myself, could this be because they're not like Khaldoon, ultimately Khaldoon, because some of the other guys might go when Pep goes, but Khaldoon is saying, no. I'm not doing what has happened at other clubs where there's uncertainty. We give the manager a load of money to spend, bring in players that manager wants, and then all of a sudden that manager goes. And I'm not saying Pep's going to go, by the way. I'm just saying that the board are kind of being, no, we're not going to be stupid. We're not going to go and get a load of players based on one manager, put them on a 5-year contract, then that manager decide to go. Like 6 months later. And it's happened at Liverpool. Look, Edwards has come in and questioned all of the recent signings under Jurgen Klopp, right? And they're on big wages and no one wants to buy him. And maybe they're just saying, no, we're not ready yet because we don't want to be stuck in that. Another thing I want to say real quick. Now, everyone finds any way to link anything to do with City back to 115 in a negative way, Like, oh, has Alvarez gone because he knows that 115 is coming, right? But not one person will put, oh, has Gundogan come back because he knows and he's been given reassurances by the club that 115 is not landing? Because, let's be real, Gundogan would go, do you know what? I'm all right, thanks. I've had my period at the club. It wasn't tarnished and I've gone. If that is coming soon, he will have asked the question. Right? So, but no one wants to talk on that. This is yet another sign that the board are fully confident that we're going to beat it.
No, 100%.
That's a good point. It's a good point.
From think of the Pep factor. Gundo signed 1+1, like you said, 60%, which he's going to do. Listen, I know when I got told a long time ago, Pep has never really fallen out with Cheeky and Soriano. But last year, he had a little bit of a falling out. He was a bit upset. And it was all over Gundo. Because he was like, he wanted Gundo to stay. And he was a bit, why are you letting him go? Why would he then, you've got him back for 2 years and then walk out the door at the end of the season? This is what makes Pep is going to stay. And for me, I think the rebuild comes. It's just they know that they know there are a number of players who will have question marks over them next summer. We're hitting sort of mid-30s with 1 or 2, some coming to the end.
A rebuild involves players going. This is the thing at the start of this summer we kept saying. People kept going, oh, refresh. Yeah, but refresh, but 5, 6 have to go before you get 4, 5, 6 in. And that's what the message has been all the time. So next summer, that makes sense to do more of a refresh. Like you said, De Bruyne, Walker, all those guys, they've probably, maybe De Bruyne's got a couple of years, but Walker's not going to be here in my view.
No. 100%.
I just want to address something just quickly, Daps. I want to address something that Daps said just before as well about the lack of money that we spent. The aim of the game, is to get the best player and the right players in at the football club. Now, if that means the right player is £100 million, you spend £100 million. If that means the right player is a 33-year-old free transfer called Ilkay Gundogan, you get a free transfer in. This is why I always try and talk about don't focus on the money too much, because it's kind of a fugazi. The point is, are you getting the right players? If we sign 5 players and they're all free transfers, if they're the right players, they're the right players.
100%, bro. That's why we got the money. That's why we got the money we did for Alvarez, right? A lot of other clubs wouldn't have paid that money for Alvarez, but ultimately, I always say this: the amount that a transfer is based on the selling club and the buying club. No one else. It's not based on anyone else in that equation. And in this incident, the Alvarez one, we didn't need to sell him, right? Because he had 4 years left on his contract, right? So we didn't need to sell him. We didn't need to get the wages off the book, nothing. But then also Atletico with Griezmann coming of age, with Morata leaving, he was the perfect mold for what they needed. And we knew that. That's why the money was what it was, because it was like, we don't need to sell him, you need to buy him. You pay us what we want, or ultimately there's no business to be done.
Yeah, there are not many clubs, right, that can come out of a window with 100 million plus profit and improved. Yeah, and that is how well. Good point. You know, sorry, go on, Dan.
You need to put. I'm going to come. URLB, UNLB's Twitter, just go off, right? This is the whole aim of what Manchester City was about. This is the whole aim of what the first, ultimately, 10 years was all about, right? And I've waxed lyrical about this for years and years and years, that if I was to buy a cafe on the high street with KFC, McDonald's and Burger King, right? They've all got the perfect supply chain. They've got the perfect advertising, perfect word of mouth, maybe not Burger King. But ultimately, so if I've bought John's Cafe, I'm going to have to invest a lot of money to get up to speed, right? And that is the aim, to get up to speed. Once you're up to speed, it is an equal playing field, right? So now we're on an equal playing field, and we're showing this is what happens when you get on an equal playing field. You create a business that is self-sustainable, and that is what we are now. But no one ever wants to look at that. They just want to look at the come up. And I think
that's what Gundogan said.
That's exactly what we're taking. Yeah, and that's what ultimately, that's pretty much what we're taking the Premier League to the court over now. That, like, you've got it to a point where the 4 teams that were getting Champions League football season in, season out, the 4 teams that were the biggest teams are always going to earn the most revenue. Therefore, it's not possible without investment for people to play catch up. So now,
do you know what's scary?
We're showing it. Yeah.
So you know what's really scary is, and to me, this is why I don't entertain what the rivals say so much, because it's become copium.
Yeah.
For many years, the excuse was City spent more than everybody else. They got more money than everyone else. Now the excuse is, well, City have cut the books, so they don't need to buy anyone. But now we've not bought anyone. We're basically just selling everyone. We've not really bought anyone. So it is copium on their half, because no matter what happens, because I've heard it already, Arsenal can't win a league while Pep's here. So they want to wait till Pep goes.
But you know, the same people that say that are the same ones that are probably downplaying everything that Rodri says. Yeah. And by the way, anyone that's claiming Rodri, like I've seen a few Arsenal fans saying, "Oh, we're rent free in Rodri's head," right? That shows how. It shows how gone they are. Yeah. Why would you possibly be in Rodri's head, right? He is literally, the guy's got no social media. He says this shit. And there's no coincidence that the last interview he did before he went off at the end of the season, he said it. The first interview back, he said the same thing, right? Yeah. And he said it on purpose, because he's got your whole fan base on absolute strings, right? And then when their fans are coming out and saying, "Oh, we can't win the league until Pep goes," well, that sums up your mentality, mate. Because ultimately,
I get it.
He was a ball fraud a few years ago. A ball fraud who wins sod all, and you need to check.
Hey, somebody on my channel wanted him sacked in his first year or two.
No, it wasn't Nitin Patel, was it?
No, it wasn't.
I think I know who it was, but I won't say anything.
There is a super chat in your channel.
I think I know who it is. Right, before we continue the conversation, boys, I've got a couple of super chats that I want to go through, man. Just appreciate these guys' support. Big up to Paratosh as well for dropping that 5 bomb before, man. Absolute legend. Big up to you. Rob Middleton said Kovacic, Gundogan, and Rodri midfield. Scary. That's just possession. That's just possession, man. No one's getting the ball off them, are they?
Yeah.
That'd be absolutely insane. Big up to Rob.
You've not added Bernardo. You've not added Bernardo.
Yeah.
I know. Pep will just create a new formation, man. Big up to Rob. Appreciate that, pal. LB says Ragvan's taking the piss, saying we signed a granddad in midfield when they literally have someone in midfield with half a heart and Johnny Evans. The Johnny Evans thing is mad. 38 years old, bro, and the United fans are trying to get onto us about signing a 33-year-old.
Is Everton still there?
Yeah, she signed a 1-year extension. How old's Casemiro?
Yeah. You can't be saying that, bro. I didn't know who they were on about when he said half a heart, bro.
That's what I thought, yeah.
Bro, I thought he was on about Casemiro. Bro, he's on about Ericsson. Bro, I thought he was on about Casemiro.
No, he's on about Ericsson.
That's why I reacted like that. That's why I was like, bloody hell.
No, I thought he was on about Casemiro because Casemiro just doesn't run anymore. So Alan says, Martin, in your car again. And he also says, don't need to speak. We are brilliant. What's that? Brilliant something kids? I'm not sure what that says. Martinez and does not want the kid. So is this sort of, what's going on here today? Is this Cluedo? Is this an episode of Cluedo, bro? What? Alan, has he been at the pub? What time is it in Australia?
It's late. Yeah, it is. It's late. It's after. Yeah, he will have finished work. Yeah.
He's probably right. Okay, he's at the pub. Alan, appreciate the donation. Have another beer, mate. Relax. Mansour says we are miles ahead of every club, and we shouldn't bother with other clubs claiming to be peers. Real Madrid is the only club that stand neck and neck with City. Fact, you know what? I agree. Until Arsenal wins something, facts and information, Mansour. The only club that is on that level now is City is Real Madrid, in my opinion. So
yeah, the thing is, though, LB, right? When does the pressure start to go? And I mean, really, on Arteta, because he's
no, they don't do that. No, they don't.
But why not?
They don't do it. No, Tone. I asked this question last night, and he said 3 more years because what they're doing now. Just throw this one out. Go on, Judge Mo. I had a massive debate last night about a cup. Cups don't mean anything now to Arsenal. It is leagues or Champions Leagues.
Nah,
an FA Cup and a League Cup is too small.
The one now is that ultimately you can't judge Arteta. You can't judge Arteta till Pep goes.
Yeah, that's not a new one.
Not true. That's such a dead excuse. Like that. So basically,
that's what I was meaning earlier. That's what I was meaning earlier. That's the new one.
Yeah,
it's not wait till Pep goes.
But
it's mad. It's actually wild.
Arteta's the best manager, the second best manager in Premier League. Apparently, he's won now.
No.
Yeah, but he's bloody doing light bulbs and pickpocketing. I don't know what is he doing. He's like bloody David Brent. He's lost the plot. I'm telling you.
Do you know what?
That light bulb got me. That light bulb got me.
You know when? Yeah, I only recently saw the light bulb. There's a lot more than that, but I think if you know when Pep first came to City, and he kept saying, look, Champions League in particular, and when people were saying City must win the Champions League, and he said, look, I have to change everything at this club. There's a bit of a DNA in the Champions League that we have to change. Yeah. I think this season in particular, Arsenal and Arteta, are at risk of it becoming. I mean, they might already be there. It's now down to, because I rate Arteta as a manager, right? Tactically, I rate their squad, right? I rate their style of play, but I think ultimately it's if it isn't there now, by the end of this season, it might be. It's become a mind thing where they're just overthinking it constantly, and all these little things he's coming up with. It's like, bro, it's not that deep.
Weird. The thing is, the only people we have the conversation about Arteta is because Arsenal are a good team.
Yeah, they are.
And so therefore people are saying you should be winning stuff because you're a good team. So if you don't win stuff, are you going to sack the manager? And then that's the only reason people say it. And people say, oh, well, you just want Arteta sacked. Why? He's not won anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but they tell us, like we said earlier, Liverpool the same. You have 6, 7, 8 players today is getting R11. Well, go and win the bloody league then and prove us all wrong.
Combined 11s are literally a joke now. At this point, combined 11s are just...
I agree. Let me continue just with these last couple of super chats, boys. Built to MCFC says Pep says he doesn't think there will be any more signings. I don't usually take what he says about transfers as absolute. He always keeps... Well, the thing is, bro, I don't know if you actually watched the clip or you've just seen what he said, but I watched the press conference and it wasn't like, no, we're not signing anyone. I think there's a chance that we still get a striker in, probably, possibly, that Kyogo guy. The thing is about the Celtic, apparently, is that they don't want to be panicking and like, because they've already sold their other, like, Saka, Matt O'Reilly, I think he's called. So they don't want to sell Kyogo and then be panicking. So I think they're probably going to ask City, is there anyone that you've got in the academy that you could give us so we're not stressed? And who we just signed? We just signed Mabana. What was I saying the other day? Why have we signed another EDS striker when we've got Will Dixon? Who's going to play? Because we only play with one striker. So don't be surprised to see one of those guys potentially go over there. Mabana's got more experience. He's already played 20 times for West Ham's senior team, albeit off the bench for low minutes. Maybe we'll see Mabana go to sell.
Don't do that again. Don't do that again. Don't do that again.
Why are you always laughing at everything I always say, man?
Because this is it. Like last week, told you had him as the headline, then changed it halfway through because you were desperate for signings. You also told me and told that Peroni, it was Peroni season. He's now gone to Karma, wherever he's gone. So I don't know what you're doing here. I don't know what you're doing here, LB.
Listen, he's playing the game, okay? He's playing the game.
Can I just add as well, right? Last week, LB said we would make no signings. I said we'd make one, and you said two. So LB, you're out. You're definitely out of the equation now, mate. It's gone. It's between Martin.
How am I getting cooked on my own channel, man?
You have been a bit panicky over the last 2 weeks. You did go a bit panicky.
No. I was not panicked. I was content with the squad. I just didn't think that we'd sign someone. As it happens, we signed Ilkay Gundogan, and we might sign a striker.
LB, sorry. I'm sorry, I do apologise that this is usually how the Friday show generally goes now. But LB put a tweet out yesterday. No Gundo announcement. Sod it. I'm off to the pub. What you doing, sir? What you doing?
He's on you.
He had a meltdown on Twitter.
I was there waiting for that Gundogan announcement for hours, just as many thousands of people were, and it didn't arrive. So I went to the pub.
Did you go down to City, LB? You went down there, didn't you? Did you say?
I went yesterday, yeah. Gundo watch.
It was at the airport on Tuesday, Wednesday, or whatever it was.
Oh, hold on.
No, he weren't.
Did the tweet come out today at the same time as the tweet?
No,
7 or 8
it come out a couple of hours later.
Oh, right. So it didn't. I was thinking none of us used our head, did we? So it's what it is, man. It's what it is. I actually had messages yesterday off of a couple saying, see, this is how incompetent our board are. They can't even do the announcement when they're supposed to. And I was like, what? There's not a time you're supposed to do fucking player announcements.
It's just fake board rage, isn't it? Like we ran so well. You're just like people getting mad at the announcement of the. Listen, just be grateful. That's all people are kicking off about. Big up to Mdopa, man. Again, another one always supporting the channel, man. Says if you could choose one other active former City player in this squad, who would you all take? For me, it's the boy Lee. Oh, good question.
Not Sane, no, please.
Well, they've got to be active already, so they can't be retired.
Yeah, so they're playing now.
Probably for me, it'd probably have to be like a backup striker type situation. Because
you're going Dzeko, aren't you?
Dzeko, yeah.
Oh, no key. I'll just be deadly serious. Yeah, it would be Dzeko. I'm not even lying.
Yeah, I hear it. Dzeko.
He's like
that would be mid.
He's like 50.
I don't care, bro.
Martin, he's 38, man. Have some respect.
Bro, my man didn't score in the.
I've still got time. Then I've still got time.
I agree with you on that, though. I think I'd have Dzeko. You know.
I'd take Dzeko.
Balotelli or Dzeko, one of them two. Yeah.
Can you imagine Mario Balotelli?
Imagine Balotelli with Pep. Jesus.
But you get a documentary out of that.
That is literally a whole documentary on Pep and Balotelli would be mint.
Yeah.
Oh, mate.
Can you imagine Cancelo, Balotelli, and Pep in the same training session?
Oh my god,
that'd be funny, actually.
Bro,
it would be brilliant. Pep could, if Pep was clever, he could play Balotelli up against Cancelo, and like get Balotelli to do all the dirty work on Cancelo.
Dear me.
See, David's retired, hasn't he?
Yeah,
David's retired now. Damn.
Yeah. If it was me, I'd go Jekyll. Big up Alan. He's on the gins. Not surprising. Listen, I want to. By the way, if any of you guys need a dip, just feel free. It's you're not here contracted. I want to try and build.
If we all dip now.
I'd go solo.
Ain't anything,
bro. I do what I do normally and go solo. I'm running solo. Right, let's do a starting 11, boys, for tomorrow because obviously we've got a big match tomorrow. It's going to be absolutely banging. Martin's there, Daps is there. I'll do the watch along, and Todd will be chilling, getting all the data and information ready for his the amount of shows that he does every week. Let's get into it then, boys. Let's go. Let's whack Edison in here. Back line, Rico Lewis, or does Walker need some minutes? For me, I'm just going to put it straight out there. I stick with Rico, lads. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I agree.
With you. Yep.
I think it'll be Walker. Go with the majority.
Why do you think it'll be Walker?
Because this is Pep, and this is what he does. He plays starting 11 roulette for the first 2 months.
Okay. Yeah.
And yeah, well, I'm thinking I'm putting anyone who's not touched grass competitively into the 11 tomorrow.
Okay.
You know what?
Well, you're sure? So you're putting Nunes in?
No, apart from Nunes. Yeah.
Oh, who's got an agenda now?
What? You think the board were wrong to get rid of? It was a bad signing.
No, I've not got no agenda. No agenda.
I heard panic.
But you wouldn't play him tomorrow, just to clarify. For the people that didn't.
No, I'd bring him off the bench. If he doesn't, if Nunes plays 0 minutes tomorrow, he's in serious problems.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, okay. Let's have a look at the centre back partnership. Are we sticking with Akanji and Ruben Diaz? Do we throw Ake in there? John Stones had a fantastic Euros. Stayed fit all through. What we're doing there? For me, I think I stick with Diaz and Akanji, boys. I can't lie.
I tell you what, I bet you Pep plays Akanji at right and then puts Stones and bloody Diaz in the middle. We're all Rico Walker. He'll put Akanji there.
Yeah.
I don't know this one actually.
Do we stick with Diaz and Akanji, or do we try and get Stones?
To me, it'll be Diaz Stones. My back line tomorrow. So I'll tell you, mine is very different than all of yours. Probably is Walker, Stones, Diaz, Ake.
Do you know why I think that might be why I see that? Right. Is because first season Akanji was first season. Second season, I felt like Akanji needed game time to really prove himself, right? I feel like now Akanji's fully proven to Pep, and Akanji knows it. Pep knows it. There's no confidence issues. Akanji cannot play the next 4 games, and then we could be playing Arsenal. He'd throw Akanji in. He knows Akanji will come in and do a job. I think Stones is one this season that needs to earn Pep's trust again. And I think these are the type of games where you get to earn Pep's trust.
You know what? I've changed my mind. Yeah, I'm actually going to play John Stones. I'm going to play John Stones, Diaz. Because I'm sticking with Rico. So I'm game to give Ake some minutes on that left-hand side. So Diaz.
Gvardiol surely on the left.
I don't know. Chat.
No, the reason I say it is Pep does change the 11 generally at the very start of the season. He
especially
does
home games.
Very rotates, yeah.
Especially easily winnable home games are the type of games that Pep likes players to build up his trust.
But is it not a bit of a risk that making 2 changes in one game with Stones and Ake coming in?
Of course it is.
Well, there's a question. When do these players get match fit then?
No, so the next game you could play Ake next.
The next game's West Ham away.
So
West Ham away is harder than Ipswich at home.
So Ake might be a better game to play Ake in that game because he's a better 1v1 defender, no? What do you reckon, chap?
Third world decisions.
I'm just thinking you've got Arsenal coming up, haven't you? And you're going to need to get some of these players match fit for Arsenal.
If I had money on it, I'd say Gvardiol.
Yeah,
I'm happy with that. It's one change, you know what I mean? So you're not completely changing everything up. You're bringing John Stones in. Because I think we all agree on this panel, big year for John Stones.
Yeah,
he's got to stay fit. He's got to stay fit. So get him in. Obviously, the John Stones-Diaz partnership of the treble year was fantastic. Let's see if we can spark that back into life, and let's see what we can do there. Okay, midfield. This is sorry, Tom. What did you say, mate?
I'm just going to very quickly say Stones has got 2 years left. So you're right; it's a huge year because if he breaks down, he ain't getting renewed next year. You know, you can't have someone playing 40% of games.
I agree.
He needs to earn. I've spoken it quite a lot. He needs to earn Pep trust again. Look, we all love him.
Agree.
He will leave City. I'm going to say legend, but I think definitely a cult hero at absolute least. Yeah, especially that performance in the Champions League final. But I think last season he lost a bit of Pep's trust with maybe coming back from injury and then putting England first and all of that. So I think this season's very important for him.
I completely agree. Okay, midfield. This is mad interesting because we've got so many players in here. Tone said we've got 10 players if you include the 2 academy boys in here. Who wants to take this?
Again, I've probably got the weirdest 11.
Go on, Martin. Where does that, man?
Because I benched KDB tomorrow.
So would I.
And I've got Foden in the 10 alongside Kovacic and Bernardo.
Same as me. Exact same as
me.
Did
I miss that? You had Kovacic, Bernie, and who?
And Foden in the 10.
Oh,
KDB goes on the bench.
Now, De Bruyne, I think this is a type of game where I think
Tom wants to go strongest 11 straight out the gate.
Look,
Game week 2.
I think De Bruyne last week played. I think he play the full 90. There's nothing we need to learn about De Bruyne, and I think it's just a risk that doesn't need to be taken for me. And also the fact that Foden didn't start as well. So I think we're going to see a lot of, unless it's a big game, I think we're going to see a lot of Foden or De Bruyne this season.
I agree. I agree. Yeah, Tone. I think why are we not saying why can't they both start gaps? I mean, we're playing at home against a newly promoted team.
Because you know what? Right. So if you're going to play both, right? So I presume we're going with wingers. So we're probably going with Savio and Doku, right? So,
I don't think Savio will play.
No,
I don't think
Savio.
Right. I think it'll be Grealish and Doku or.
All right.
I don't know.
Cool. But then you're playing De Bruyne and Foden. So you're going to play Foden probably in the 10 and maybe De Bruyne having to do that little bit more leg work.
Well, could it not be the other way around? Kevin De Bruyne did say last year that Foden's now the guy who needs to do that leg work. He said it in an interview.
Definitely should be, yeah. I just can't see it. I think this season we're going to see a lot of in games like this, either or, not both.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do, yeah. Because it's my channel, lad, so I'm taking control. I'm going to put Kovacic in the DM position. Yeah.
Dictator.
Thanks for the input there, Martin.
Kicked off the street.
Kicked off.
I'm going to play Foden, and I'm going to play Kevin De Bruyne. I'm going to play all. I think you can do that. What I would say though is when that game is won, hopefully by 60 minutes, hopefully, obviously you got to respect the opposition, right? Get De Bruyne off and get Gundogan on. Obviously, De Bruyne and Foden can rotate, like they can do whatever they want. That's what I think that's good. I don't think you need to play Bernardo and Kovacic in them. I don't think it's attacking enough. I go with that, me personally.
Hold on, you just said you don't think we need to play Kovacic, but then we need to play Foden and De Bruyne.
No, I don't think you need to play Kovacic and Bernardo in the midfield. I think it's too defensive.
Well, I hope I see this. I'm not gonna lie. I hope I do see this. But
yeah, I hope we see this, but I don't think we will.
But Bernardo doesn't just sit back, does he, LB? Bernardo can go forward with Foden.
I think Burnley will start.
He can, but listen, I just don't think there's any need to bench De Bruyne. He's had a week off. We got Foden back in there and have them both. That's what I actually think he might do this. I really, really do. Right, okay. I think right wing. I think it's going to be Bernardo Silva, right wing season, personally.
Okay.
Because Savio, I don't know if you guys seen the presser, but I don't think he's going to be ready to start. He said he's all right. Pep said Savio's all right. He's training and that, but he said he's the way he said it. He was like he's not starting.
Do you know what? I'm not going to lie. I was a little bit worried when I saw what Savio said. When I know what it is. I've had it before. I'm thinking, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like an injury that you've had before.
Especially a knee injury, bro.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I'm used to it. Get it all the time. It's like, is it?
Yeah. Okay. The question is then, lads, left wing. Do we go Grealish or do we go Jeremy Doku?
Home. It's got to be. For me, if Savio's not starting, I want to see Doku on that pitch because I want to see. Both of them direct. I wanted to see both of them first home game, but I want to see Doku. And I think Doku deserved it after last week's performance, man. He was mint last week.
And did you see Ipswich's right back last week? He's all over the bloody place. Doku will make mincemeat of him.
Lovely.
I rate that. I rate that team. I think that's a mega team.
Hey, hang on, LB. What about Obama? He's up front. Take Haaland out.
He's played 20 games for West Ham off the bench.
Stop pressuring him, man. He needs time. He needs the time, man. Stop trying to pressure my guy Mobana. So I think that team's mint, man. That team is honestly mint. I think that team's more than capable of winning. I don't think, you need to worry too much about the only one DM. I mean, I'm not being funny, but Kovacic played DM on his own in the first half against Chelsea. So why can't he play DM on his own against Ipswich Town at home? So that's the team I think I'd go for.
He won't be playing. He won't be playing by himself neither. If you pause, if you think about it, Rico's going to be alongside him pretty much the whole game.
Yeah, exactly.
The only reason I'm disagreeing a little bit is I worry about rolling Grealish and Walker out for the very first time at West Ham away.
They come off the bench tomorrow.
I don't. Yeah, will they start at West
Ham?
We've
got 5 subs, man. Sure. We've got 5 subs.
Well, when they starting, Tone, are we not playing them full stop?
You're just presuming that Grealish is starting against West Ham.
Exactly. You're just presuming that.
Yeah, but the thing
listen, you know yourself that if Grealish goes 3, 4, 5 games and doesn't start, I think you're going to have problems down the road, which is his own fault.
Are you a Grealish sexual?
No, don't start that. Don't start that crap. No, listen, I'm fine with whatever Pep wants to do. My issue is not, it's too early to do this play who's in form. Pep doesn't do that. This is the time Pep does experiment and rotate around.
But we are rotating. You've got John Stones back in for the first time. You've got Foden back in for the first time. Bernardo's playing right wing for the first time. Obviously, he didn't play right wing last.
I'm not sure about Bernardo on the right wing. I don't think you're going to see a lot of Bernardo on the right wing.
Who are you going to play right wing then? Because Savio ain't starting.
For me, I was going. To me, my forward line tomorrow was Doku, Grealish, Haaland.
Oh, you want Doku right wing?
Nah, not after that.
The chat not going to like you for that, Martin. The chat not going to like you.
No, listen. What I'm trying to do, I'm trying to think like
trying to slander Doku. He wants some slander on Doku.
No, I'm not. Don't start that. No, don't, because last week I got called a racist after the show. I'm like, whoa, where are we going?
Yeah,
I tell you what, LB, you could take 8 or 9 of that out, replace them, and the squad would still be as strong as the team. That is how good that squad is. You could honestly take 8 or 9 out.
No, 100%, man. Listen, I like that team. I think it's good enough. But if you want to play him or you want to play it, like whatever. Like at the end of the day, all our players are fit. So when not all the players are fit, you are going to have to make some difficult decisions. And listen, you do have to try and get all the players up to speed. But my personal opinion is don't rush it. Because the main thing is win the game. Because I know it's only match day 2, but you still need the 3 points when you get into 90 odd points. So win the game. You know what I mean? If you can get the game won by 60 minutes, you can take De Bruyne off, you can put Gundogan on, you can put Walker on for Rico, you put Grealish on, and you do it that way. I want to
see McAtee on.
Yeah, whoever you want on. You know what I mean? I don't care. Put a bin man on if you want. The point is, don't do it all at the starting 11, because if you put too many rusty players in, I'm telling you, man, we've all seen the performances when teams have done that in the past. And for me, this is just the right balance. You've got one in defence with John Stones. You've got one in attack with Phil Foden. And then Bernardo, not really, because obviously he's played anyway. But you're playing him right wing. But, whatever, you want to play Doku on the right, Grealish on the left, chill, I'm not bothered. You know what I mean?
So what I want to say, listen, Pep can do whatever he wants. My thing is, though, all I heard in the summer was, want KDB to play a little bit less this season. Not as much. We started him in both games.
Is that a week? No. Don't start this.
Yeah. You were one. I don't want KDB on 60 games.
No. What I don't want to see is KDB. There's 2 things I don't want to see KDB playing. I don't want to see him playing every game, like when it's a game every 3 weeks. Bro, he's just had a week off. If he can't play a game with a week off, he shouldn't be at the football club. Yeah. And 2, I want to see him taken off the football pitch as a sub when we're 2-3-0 up after 60 minutes. He does not need to be on the pitch when we're 2-3-0 up, especially at home after 60 minutes. He could have a full week off and play again, Martin.
Hey, just wait till we've got Rodri, Kovacic and Gundogan all fit together. Then we've all got a conundrum to put into the team.
No, we've not got a conundrum. Pep Guardiola.
Well, Kovacic and Gundogan.
Nice headache.
Well, we'll just sit here.
Pep will go and start Nunes over all of them and do something mental like that.
I tell you, if Nunes doesn't play any part tomorrow, I reckon he might go next week.
All right, question for you 3.
Yeah.
If you could pick one of these 2 players to see tomorrow, 2 questions. Firstly, who would you rather see tomorrow, Nunes or McAtee?
Oh God. Bro. Oh, that's tough, Daps. That's tough, mate.
You just started the World War III in the chat there, you have.
Who would you, and this is who would you rather see?
bro, I'm gonna be real, man. But the chat ain't gonna like it, man. And they'll just say agenda B. But I'd rather see McAtee, mate.
Yeah, same here.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Go and try and be edgy, Martin.
No, I'm not trying to be edgy. Bloody hell. Turn on me, day, innit? No, listen, I'd love to see McAtee. I'd love to see McAtee. I still think someone will go by the end of the window.
Yeah, 100%. We've got too many players now. Someone's going. Someone's going. It's got to be Nunes or McAtee. One of them two has to go, man.
Yeah. One of them has to go. Nice to have met you, Nunes, but off your top.
Because you've still, we talked about this the other night, you've still got Oscar Bob back in January, and you've got Echeverri in January. This is, we've turned 2 weeks ago. No, but 2 weeks ago we had Pep's, I think, am I right? And it's the biggest squad he's had for a long time.
Back in November as well, Martin. He's back before Jan.
Yeah, no, I'm saying because I think he's going to need match sharpness and build up.
So we all agree, and we'd rather see McAtee.
Yeah.
I think one of them will leave. I'd be surprised if they both stay.
McAtee.
I see Nunes going in January.
Maybe. Somebody did say McAtee might go to Celtic on loan. I can't remember who it was as part of this move for this Celtic lad. They may have just been speculating, but.
If I was McAtee, I'd risk it and stay. I'd risk it and stay.
I think you've got to.
And this is what I do, and obviously not saying he'd want him to get injured, but you're looking at Kevin De Bruyne thing, he's probably going to get injured at some point in the season. That leaves Phil Foden as the only natural creator. I know Gundogan can do that, but it's the natural attacking creative player. That means he's next in line. If I was McAtee, I'd risk it. You've got to be of the understanding that you might not play, but I'd risk it and see if Pep trusts me in any games. Nunes, he can stay if he wants. I just don't see him getting ahead of Gundogan, Kovacic, Rodri, Kevin De Bruyne, or Foden.
Or McAtee.
Maybe even McAtee. So if I was Nunes, I'd probably leave. But if I was McAtee, I'd risk it. But if he does stay, he still might not play.
Now. I think as McAtee, you have to, because you've had the loan period for 2 seasons, right? You've come back, you've got praise from Pep, you've looked good pre-season. Yeah, if you're ever going to take a risk in life, it has to be now. Otherwise, if I was McAtee, I wouldn't be accepting another loan. It would be, no, I'm staying or sell me. It can't be a loan again because it's.
If McAtee comes on tomorrow with half an hour to go, 20 minutes to go, and Nunes doesn't get on, and Nunes go next week, I cannot see, if he does choose McAtee over him, I think he'll go. I cannot see him staying past next week.
Yeah, interesting. Big up to guys. Make sure you are smashing up the likes, by the way. 800 people locked in, and we're just about 400 likes. So please make sure you smash that thumbs up button if you've not done so already. Big up to M. Doper says, Delap revenge game tomorrow. John Stone's shaking. Well, I've got to tell you what, listen, I've seen a lot of Liam Delap over the academy years. He is a fantastic striker, physical. He's got a great finish on him. He runs the channels well, very, very strong. He's had injuries, but once he gets that match fitness back, he will cause Premier League defenders super, super trouble. So hopefully whoever plays at centre-back can deal with him tomorrow. He looked good. I thought he looked good against Liverpool, personally.
Is he better than Mbama?
Oh, I don't know about that, mate.
More Premier League. Sorry, less Premier League experience than Mbama, to be fair.
Yeah. Tell you what, though, I bet he scores tomorrow because it is typical set that he'll come back, he'll come off his arse cheek or something and go in the bottom corner.
I presume Phillips can't play tomorrow.
No, Phillips can't play. No.
Is that even done? Is that official?
Yeah.
Oh, is it? I must have missed that announcement.
Yeah.
I didn't see the official announcement to that. Okay.
Video thing.
No, he can't.
It's a bit like Calvin Phillips' City career. Blink and you'll miss it.
I believe Ed Sheeran's done a version of his number one song about him. When your legs don't work like that.
Oh, bro. What is wrong with these people today? Nah, but honestly, right, I want to talk about you spoke about the goal going in there, Martin. Yeah, I want to come back to the point that that's made before about clean sheets. I love clean sheets. I think clean sheets are absolutely mega and it's underrated in football, yeah? I want to see our defence this year cut out some of those mistakes that we've seen last year. We've seen a lot of individual errors last season. I felt as a team, we defended quite well, but there was a lot of individual mistakes. If you think back to the game at Chelsea last year at the Bridge, all 4 goals were pretty much individual errors. Yeah, I mean, I think back to the Luton game where they got the crossing, Gladio, individual error, and there's loads of other individual errors that I'm on the season.
Yeah.
I want to try and see this team this year really dial in, lock in these defenders, and cut out these simple mistakes that they made a lot.
Yeah.
I thought we did all right against Chelsea. They still caused us some issues, but I think the defense for me this year, I want to take it up a level. You know?
Do you know? I honestly. So it got to a point where I refused to sing that song last season at games, that Best Defence in Europe song, because I was like, I'm not having it. I'm not singing, because I hate it when teams sing that we're by far the greatest team the world has ever seen, and it's like, but you're not. So I didn't want to sing about our defence last season, but I think there was a reason for it, and I think it's because our defence was worse at the start of the season, probably the first 2/3 of the season, the back end of the season. It's when Diaz wasn't. Ultimately, it was when Diaz wasn't looking as good, and I think it's because Diaz was playing further up the pitch, was being asked to play further up the pitch last season. And I think the one way to get City is in transitions. If you then have Diaz, even an extra 10 yards up the pitch, I think that then can hinder you. So I think that's where you look at someone like John Stones, and I think the Stones and Diaz partnership could lead to Diaz having to play in a deeper role again and not maybe being as far up the pitch. And then I think we'll be all good again.
I'm not bothered particular. I know that's weird. I just think this season we're going to be a bit more direct, a bit more fun. You've seen with the way Sabio and Doku were sort of put out last week. It's going to be a lot more.
You want to start Grealish over Doku? Interesting.
Don't look at you.
More fun, but you want to drop Doku or Savio?
I already said hashtag. Listen, I've already called it hashtag fun season. Don't start you trying to rile the chat up. I know what you're doing. You're riling the chat up.
Well, starting Grealish over Doku, you are literally GI Fun Police with those glasses on right now.
Yeah. Oh my God. Right. Lads, is there anything else you wanted to discuss on this show before we wrap it up, man?
I was going to say to Daps, he said number 19 yesterday for Gundo, and there were people replying, Daps, you probably saw him, oh, you're talking shite, 21. Said, no, 19. Daps was right. They've all gone.
No, that's probably my fault, because I said 21, but he got off for 21 and turned it down out of respect. So big up to Gundo for doing that.
I'm officially.
Was that class?
Yeah, I think it was. I think look the whole Silva thing. I think it would be a bit weird for him to come in and take Silva's number because, like, they played together. Yeah, Gundo's got his own legacy. Silva's got his own legacy. For two players that have come together and have their own legacies, for one to come in and go, "Yeah, I'm going to have your number," I find that a little bit weird. And I think it just says everything. Like someone said to me, do you reckon Kovacic would offer him the 8? I reckon Kovacic might be the type to offer him the 8, but I think Gundo would go, no, I'm not here to start taking shirts and armbands off of people.
I said the same thing, man. I didn't really want.
We're not Chelsea.
Exactly, bro. That's not the way we do things.
I agree.
Not the way he does things as well.
A lot of people in the chat boys asking us about Kyogo. Obviously, the guy at Celtic, City heavily linked with this guy. A lot of rumours flying around that City are interested in making a 20 million bid sort of situation. Do you think we need a striker, lads? And is this the guy? Is this the one that we're looking for?
Look, I don't know that much about him. From what people tell me, you watch Scottish football, he's very, very good. And they said he can bring some at the City. So look, add him. Yeah, and he improved the squad. But yeah, I don't.
He looked good against us in the friendly. He looked exciting against us.
Got to be the right money. Got to be the right money. But the trouble is, we've just sat and had a debate for 25 minutes on the starting for tomorrow. And then we're going to have a Kyogo in. It's like,
that for me, bro, that doesn't, because Kyogo comes in knowing that he ain't starting, and we're all chill with it. So it's not an issue. That to me, that doesn't bother me at all. Because all the other players
I'll be against that.
Gundogan deserves to play. Fold it, but Kyogo comes in. He knows he's just bench warming. So I think he's cool with that. I mean, he'll be getting paid a lot more just to sit on the bench and then to come on the bench.
Yeah, I don't know if I always trust all these players are happy with bench warming stuff.
And I think
don't know where I stand with that.
I think some of them
No,
are.
because Julian Alvarez came in and went, "Oh yeah, I'm signing the same time as Haaland." Like, it lasted what, 2 years?
Yeah, but that's different, bro, isn't it? Because
You're
he's
turning on Alvarez now, are you? Fucking hell.
No, I was a bit disappointed in Alvarez because I thought you proper shit Sterling today. You. No, what you not got me with Alvarez a little bit? 9 months earlier, he's signing a new contract, and then 9 months later, he's on Pep's door knocking it. You know, can I go?
Yeah, but do you know
Found
what?
it a bit weird.
I hear it. I think probably a lot of people had a say in that. I think probably at the Copa America, some of his teammates probably had a big say in that, and his agent will have had a big say in that. Do you know what? I'll even go as far as to say his brother and his family had a big say in that as well, because they all wanted Madrid, literally, not to leave Manchester, not just to go to Spain. They wanted Madrid, either club. So.
Yeah,
it's what it is, man.
I agree.
Yeah.
All right, interesting.
He's not in the same bracket as the Snake Garcia or Ferran Torres for me. You know, he did what he did with us.
Okay, interesting, boys. Right, listen, we're gonna wrap it up. Make sure you guys have smashed a like on the stream and make sure you subscribe to the channel as well. Come on, man, we're about 400 subscribers away from 20,000 subscribers, man. We've got to get there soon. Please make sure you are subscribed. We're 404 subscribers away. So make sure you are subscribed. Make sure you smash a like. Of course, make sure you're following Never a Foul. Make sure you subscribe to Mancunian Way of following Tone on Twitter at MCFC Tone. But yeah, man, hope you enjoyed it. If you're watching back on replay, give us your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. And we'll see you in the next one. See you later.